My name's Leslie Scase and I'm doing this video log on behalf of Shrewsbury Library. I'm a local author living in Shrewsbury. I'm the author of the Inspector Chard Mysteries, and this is my latest novel, which was published last year by Seren Books. It's called Fatal Solution. It's available in paperback in the UK, Ireland, America and Canada, and as an ebook everywhere else. Fatal Solution is a murder mystery set in the late 19th century. It's a tale of greed, lust and revenge set against a backdrop of a real mining disaster and the rivalry of two railway companies. The central character, Inspector Chard, is investigating a mysterious death following a fire, when two men are poisoned elsewhere in the town, causing a general panic. A number of sexual assaults complicate matters further. So the question is, can Chard untangle a web of deceit and find the killer? In terms of genre, my Chard books have been described as Ripper Street meets Alexander Cordell, but I'd like to think there's a touch of Agatha Christie in there as well. If you'd like to find out more, then please just search for Leslie Scase on Facebook or for Inspector Chard on Twitter. The reading I'm about to give finds Chard at the mortuary for a meeting with Dr. Ezekiel Matthews. A Sunday morning, a bloody Sunday morning. Do you not have any respect for a man's day of rest, Thomas? Sorry, Ezekiel, apologised Chard, quite taken aback. I had a fine evening's entertainment. Then I come home to find one of your men waiting for me, demanding that I come here this morning. It's just not on, Thomas. As I said, Ezekiel, I'm sorry. I didn't think you'd be so annoyed. Annoyed? Annoyed, he repeated. Yes, I'm bloody well annoyed. And do you know why I'm annoyed? Because I've interrupted your Sunday morning? Partly because of that, but mainly because I don't know what I'm dealing with here, replied the doctor, his nose twitching furiously. How do you mean? Come closer, Thomas. It's only a dead body. It can't hurt you. Chard felt his stomach churn as he approached the table. The cadaver had been cut open to reveal the inner organs, at least those that hadn't already been lifted out and put into the large bowl. I know the cause of death, respiratory paralysis. What I don't know is what caused it, as well as the evident effect on the digestive system and some apparent damage to the heart. Is it some kind of disease? Not one that I've come across that can suddenly take down two men in such a short space of time. Potentially it's a case of poison, but if so, I can't find any evidence of it. There are no obvious symptoms of arsenic or cyanide poisoning, of that I'm confident. What can I do? Asked the inspector, starting to feel worried at the enormity of the problem that was now presenting itself. If it is a disease, then the chances are there will be more fatalities and fairly soon, so I'll put the hospital on alert. If it is a poison, then we need to know if these men were specifically poisoned, or if there's a wider risk to the population. Find out where this man and the survivor spent their time in the few hours before they were taken ill, demanded the doctor. Few hours? Surely poison of this severity would be fast-acting. Not necessarily. It depends on what was used, if indeed it is a poison. The doctor pointed to some glass jars on a shelf. I have taken samples of their vomit and excreta for analysis. I'll question the man in the infirmary as soon as Dr. Henderson will allow, said Chard. I wouldn't count on him being in a fit state to be questioned for a few days. That is, if he pulls through, cautioned Matthews. In which case, we'll have to do it the hard way. We know that Mr. Clark was meeting the poor chap on your table at the Butcher's Arms, so that's where we'll start. I'll get my constables on it straight away. The inspector turned to leave, but as he did so, he glanced at the face of the cadaver, and then paused. I've seen that man before, and recently at that. Where? Asked the doctor. I don't know. According to Dr. Henderson, there were papers on him that indicated he was a Jeremiah Davis, but the name means nothing to me. I think I'll ask Dr. Henderson if I can see the man Clark, in case I recognise him also. A few minutes later, the inspector stood by the doorway of the makeshift isolation room in the infirmary and stared at the face of the unconscious man on the bed. Then recognition came. I hope you enjoyed that little reading, and hopefully it's sort of will have intrigued you. So, as I say, if you want to find out more, do look for Leslie Scase on Facebook. And as I say, you can find the books anywhere, whether it's on Amazon or anywhere else on the internet, or in your bookshop if in the UK or North America. Thank you very much.